Okay, let's talk about communication. Mary Kay was always playing jokes on people. She started weekly success events so that women had a place to be acknowledged, celebrated, and recognized for their achievements. She had been in multiple companies where she would win an award, but she couldn't get to the event, and so she wouldn't receive it. And different stories we would hear time and time again. Or somebody would go to the event and then they weren't recognized the way she thought that they were supposed to be. She loved praising women to the top. She loved recognizing them. Back in the day, she would give them, way before PETA, mink coats and gold goblets. And now we have things like the STAR program where we get to choose prizes that really match our personalities. We get weekly prizes at our weekly success event and recognized for our achievements. Sometimes we're even given the opportunity to train other consultants about our successful week. And so she wanted you to show up. She had a cute saying, those that show up, go up. And so she created weekly success events everywhere for consultants to come to. And we also have the Adopted program, where an adoptee can go to a sales director's meeting in their local area if they can't get to where their sales director is. So if you're not in the Lansing, East Lansing area, don't panic. We can find you a beautiful meeting. Now, Mary Kay said, if you missed one meeting, you were sick. If you missed 2 meetings, you were really sick. And if you missed 3 meetings, you were dead. And if she really saw potential in you, she would send a sympathy card to your husband and your family, because she just assumed if you weren't there and you weren't showing up that something majorly had to be wrong. She did it as a joke, but I think she also did it to say, I see something in you. And so communication and connection are so important in a business, but they're so important to women. They're so important to friendships. They're so important just to relationships. Imagine if you never talked to your significant other or your spouse, how connected would you feel? And so it's really important that you stay connected in your Mary Kay business. You know, as your leader, I feel very responsible to stay in connection with you. And so I will always return your call within 24 hours while I'm home. Now, if I'm traveling, maybe I'll need a day or 2 to get back to you. But if you want to connect with me, you obviously can always call me. You can always text message me. An app I love to use is called Voxer. It's like a walkie-talkie, like boop boop, and you say your message. I feel like sometimes miscommunications can be had over text message, and so Voxer is a great way to do that instant gratification of text message, but through our voices. And so there's Voxer, and then obviously there's email. I just would say staying connected is so important. As I say to you that I will always, return your call within 24 hours, I would genuinely appreciate that same courtesy that when I call you or I send a text message that you respond to me. It is my job as your leader to keep you updated on things like statuses and where you are in placing orders. And, have you come to a meeting lately, or are you going to your meeting this week? And I want you to hear this from my heart. You will never disappoint me if the answer isn't what you assume I want it to be. So don't ever be fearful to say no to me, like, no, I'm not ordering this month because our family's going on vacation, or no, I would rather you just respond back to me and communicate, other than you feeling like you're not giving me an answer I want. So don't ever feel that. You will never disappoint me in your Mary Kay career. I am proud of you. I am here to support you, and I'm here to be in communication with you and make sure you have the tools that you need to be successful. With all that being said, please communicate with me. Respond back to me when I reach out to you. I see potential in every single one of you, and I want you to have the ability to make your dreams come true with this business. Like I said, if it's either hobby, part-time, or full-time. I also want to talk to you that I remember a point in my career when I was moving up on the career path, and I knew that I wanted leadership. I wanted to be a sales director. And I daily was contacting Stephanie, and I'm very direct when I'm busy. Like, hey, I just did an appointment. I sold this much. It went like this. I need you to call Susie, and I need you to follow up with her. And I recruited Sammy, and we're meeting with her tomorrow at noon. And so they were very direct and very quick phone calls, but I was in constant communication. And so here's what I know. When consultants are chasing me down and communicating with me, they're moving up in their career. They're excited, they're passionate, they're making money, they're seeing faces. When consultants go into the MIA, missing consultant program, and I can't find them anywhere, I know that they've probably had a disappointment in their business. And so here's what I want you to know. There will be disappointments in your career. Like, it's guaranteed, right? There's disappointing moments in life in general, but we always know that we're going to get through them. I'll just tell you, it'll be easier to get through them together. When I find that I'm having a down day in my business, I always reach out and I reach up. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. I reach out as in I know I need to communicate. I reach up, meaning I need to talk to someone that's been there before me to talk me out of my funk. Okay, so I have pity parties in my career. I have funks, but I get out of them really quickly. But I know to call someone up. I call my national. I might call who recruited me, Stephanie Lennard. Here's why I'm telling you this. Don't call your sister beauty consultant on the same level as you. Here's why. Because when you say, oh, you're not going to believe this. I made 10 booking calls and no one answered. Or you're not going to believe this. I had a $0 party. That consultant on your same level might, you're not going to believe this, but pour into your negativity. And so she might actually fuel your fire, and you might hang up that phone feeling worse. Now, if you call up, you're going to talk to someone like me who's had a $0 party or made booking calls and not, had someone answer and say yes. And so I can usually ask you questions and lead you out of that not 100% happy place in your career, and we can go to a place where you do feel successful and powerful and passionate and positive. And so I always say reach out and reach up. I'm here to give you the tools that you need. I'm here to speak power and belief into your life. I'm here to tell you how amazing you truly are and how blessed I am to work with you. And so I just want you to know that it is my privilege to communicate with you. It is my privilege to stay in connection with you, and it is my privilege to be your leader. So I will communicate with you as much as you need, and I hope that you'll communicate back with me as I reach out to you throughout the month and months of a Mary Kay year. I'm very, very excited to stay connected, and I hope you're committed and excited for that too.